Tyler Perry is a writer, actor, producer, and director who has amassed an entertainment empire that includes hit films, plays, and best-selling books. The mastermind behind 24 feature films, 20 stage plays, 17 television shows, 2 New York best-selling books, Tyler has built an empire that has attracted audiences and built communities from the Tyler Perry Studios home base in Atlanta, Georgia. Tyler Perry's childhood was scarred by abuse. Tyler's legacy is the modern epitome of the American dream. Despite years of abuse while growing up, in 1992 he directed, produced, and starred in the musical I Know I Have Been Changed. His 2000 play I Can Do Bad All By Myself brought to life the character Madea. An outspoken grandma, combined humor, religious wisdom, and personal triumph, who would later headline a string of successful films. Perry has also developed several television shows, including House of Payne, and acted in such films as Alex Cross 2012, Gone Girl 2014, and Vice 2018. In 2019, he announced the opening of the $250 million Tyler Perry Studio in Atlanta. Early life. Born Emmett Perry Jr. on September 13, 1969 in New Orleans, Louisiana, Tyler Perry has forged a highly successful path in the entertainment industry. One of 4 children, he had a difficult childhood, suffering years of abuse at the hand of his father, who was a carpenter. He once described his father as a man whose answer to everything was to beat it out of you. Perry also had problems outside the home, as he later admitted he was sexually abused by 4 different adults. At one point, Perry attempted suicide in an effort to escape his difficult situation. At 16, he changed his first name to Tyler to separate himself from his father. Perry dropped out of high school, but he eventually earned his GED. Trying to find his path professionally, he held a series of unfulfilling jobs before discovering his true passion. Career beginnings. I Know I Have Been Changed. Watching an episode of Oprah Winfrey's talk show, Perry was inspired by a comment on the program about how writing about difficult experiences could lead to personal breakthroughs. He started a series of letters to himself, which became the basis of the musical I Know I Have Been Changed. While the show tackled such tough subjects as child abuse, it also touched on forgiveness, a theme which has remained central in many of his works and reflects his deep connection to his Christian faith. After saving up $12,000, Perry debuted the show, which he directed, produced, and starred in at an Atlanta theater in 1992. The musical's run lasted only 1 week and drew a measly 30 people to see the show. Disappointed yet determined, Perry continued to work odd jobs while reworking the show. He staged the show in several other cities, but success still eluded him. Broke, Perry was living out of his car for a time. Can you imagine a 6'5" man sleeping in a Geo Metro? He once told Essence magazine. In 1998, Perry tried one more time to win over theater audiences. He rented out the House of Blues in Atlanta for another production of I Know I Have Been Changed. Soon, Perry was performing to sell-out crowds, and the musical was moved to a larger theater. After so many years of hard work, he had finally earned critical acclaim as well as commercial success. Birth of Madea. For his next project, Perry worked on an adaptation of tele-evangelist T.D. Jakes' books Woman, Thou Art Loosed, which proved to be quite popular. His next effort, however, brought to life his most famous character, Madea. The gun-toting, sharp-tongued grandma first appeared in his 2000 play, I Can Do Bad All By Myself, basing Madea on his mother and several other mature women in his life. Perry played the eccentric character himself, wearing drag. She next appeared in Diary of a Mad Black Woman, 2001. Developing quite a following, Madea featured in a number of plays, including Madea's Family Reunion, 2002, and Madea's Class Reunion, 2003. Perry toured extensively with his shows. According to his website, 35,000 people a week saw one of his shows in 2005. Films and TV shows. Diary of a Mad Black Woman. That same year, Perry proved himself to be a box office powerhouse with the release of his debut film, Diary of a Mad Black Woman, starring Kimberly Ellis as the scorned woman and Steve Harris as the adulterous husband. Perry appeared as 3-time different character in the film, including the legendary Madea, eventually grossing more than $50 million. The film's success showed Hollywood that there was a market for urban African American comedies. Madea's family reunion, House of Payne. Perry's play continued to make a successful leap to the big screen. He took on the leading role in Madea's family reunion, 2006, a film he also directed and produced, which brought in more than $63 million at the box office. Establishing his own studio in Atlanta that year, he launched his first television series, House of Payne, on the TBS network, starring Cassie Davis and Lavan Davis. The sitcom featured a multi-generational African-American family. Daddy's Little Girls Meet the Browns. Back on the big screen, Perry continued making films about family, morals, and overcoming adversity. Daddy's Little Girls starred Idris Elba as a father who fights to regain custody of his 3 daughters, with help from a lawyer played by Gabrielle Union. In Why Did I Get Married, Tyler explored the relationship of several married couples. The large cast included singers Jill Scott and Janet Jackson, as well as Perry Sands, his Madea custom. He then wrote and directed Meet the Browns, 2008, starring Angela Bassett as the single mother who takes her 2 children to meet her father's family after his death. The project was adapted for a TV sitcom the following year, The Family That Prays, I Can Do Bad All By Myself. Perry's next film release, The Family That Prays, 2008, starred Kathy Bates and Afri Woodward as 2 longtime friends who tried to heal their broken families. In 2009, Perry released the hit film Madea Goes to Jail and also had a small role as Admiral Barnett in Star Trek. That same year, he wrote, directed, and appeared in Madea in I Can Do Bad All By Myself, which co-starred Taraji P. Henson. Precious for Colored Girls. Also in 2009, Perry teamed with Lee Daniels and Winfrey to produce Precious, a drama adapted from the novel Pushed by Sapphire. The Oscar-nominated film was directed by Daniels and starred Gabori Sidibe. In 2010, Perry directed a film version for the colored girls who have considered suicide, When the Rainbow Is Enough, based on Ntozake Shangi's 1975 play. More Madea, Big Happy Family to Family Funeral. Perry continued to make successful films in Madea franchise, including Madea's Big Happy Family, 2011, Madea's Witness Protection, 2012, A Madea Christmas, 2014, the animated Madea Tough Love and Bow, A Madea Halloween, 2016. With the announcement he was retiring the wisecracking grandma, Perry delivered the 11th and final installment of the series in 2019 with A Madea Family Funeral, Alex Cross, Gone Girl, The Pens. Perry's other credits as an actor include the title role of the crime drama Alex Cross, 2012, the romantic dramas Good Deeds, 2012, and Temptation, Confessions of a Marriage Counselor, 2013, and the comedy drama The Single Moms Club, 2014. Additionally, he enjoyed a supporting role in the acclaimed thriller Gone Girl, 2014, starring Ben Affleck, and played Baxter Stockman in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Out of the Shadows, 2016. Perry also launched several TV series during this period, including Love Thy Neighbor, The Haves and the Have-Nots, For Better or Worse, If Loving You Is Wrong, and The Pains, Nobody Is Fool, Sisters, The Oval. In 2019, he was set to debut 2 new shows on BET. In October 2019, the entertainment mogul announced the grand opening of the $250 million Tyler Perry Studios on the site of a former 330-acre Confederate military base in Atlanta. The studio had already been in use while under construction, with features like Black Panther and series like Walking Dead filmed there. Books. Adding to his already dynamic career, Perry wrote the 2006 best-selling book, Don't Make a Black Woman Take Off Her Earrings, Madea's uninhibited commentaries on love and life. The book went on to win 2 Quill Awards, Book of the Year and Best in Humor. His second book, Higher Is Waiting, 2017, touched more on spiritual issues and the importance of family. I love my mother to death, but she lied to me, says Perry. He revealed that the man who raised him, Emmett Perry Sr., is not his biological father. He told Radio 1 founder Kathy Hughes during an interview at Women's Empowerment 2014. This is not the first time he has come forward with details of his turbulent childhood. In a 2010 interview with Oprah, he opened opened up about the details of his abuse from his father and other adults in his life. After his mother's death, Tyler took a DNA test with his brother which revealed that they did not have the same father. He then took a test with Perry Sr., confirming what he already suspected. Perry says the search for his real father continues. It's fair to say Tyler Perry is a very successful actor and filmmaker and very wealthy man. As of December 2022, Forbes estimates Perry has amassed a net worth of more than $1 billion. Thanks for watching to the end. I hope this video has been informative and entertaining. If you like this video and you would like to see more contents like this, kindly like, share, leave a comment in the comment section, and also please subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching to the end. Have a nice day and look out for the next video.